Okay, what do we have next?
We have Trump scrambling as White House runs out of lawyers to defend the MAGA agenda in court.
Running out of lawyers. That's certainly a phrase.
Lawyers are famously unscrupulous, and they are running out of unscrupulous lawyers.
Jesus fucking Christ. How do you even?
Well, and so this is the thing where I have mixed feelings about the people that resign and protest over things. But a lot of lawyers have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have a shortage of lawyers. So in some cases it kind of works. It's the only people that are willing to still do their shit are the incompetent ones.
Yay, Rudy, my favorite.
Oh, right, Rudy still exists.
He does still exist. He doesn't...
It makes me happy that he's probably having a worse day than me.
He doesn't act like a person who still exists, but, he kind of does.
He is just... Him and Mike Lindell are just proof that the Trump administration do not care about even their most loyal followers. It's those guys were all in, and their lives are ruined now.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so cathartic to me, but it should be a warning sign to anyone else affiliated with them. And especially did you see all the stuff regarding Hegseth and his kill them all order?
I did not. I've seen a little bit about that.
So basically what happened is he did the war crime in striking the boats in the first place.
Yeah, but then he asked for the double tap.
There were survivors clinging to the wreckage, and then he did another war crime by saying kill the survivors, which in the first case, if that was an enemy combatant ship in wartime, then striking it is not a war crime. It was not. It's a civilian boat. Even if what they're saying about it is true, it's a civilian boat. So yes, that's a war crime. But then the second, even if it was a military boat and it was an enemy combatant and it wasn't a war crime to blow it up in the first place, seeing survivors clinging to the wreckage and then deciding to go in for a second strike, that is a war crime. And so investigations started happening, and then suddenly Pete Hegseth was after posting a big long screed, yeah, no, I did it and I'd do it again. Things started looking like they were getting serious. And then it was suddenly I super duper support this admiral who gave that order. And then suddenly Trump knew the name of the guy who, when you ask him about the pardons that he's writing, says, I have no idea who that is. I pardon a lot of people. He suddenly knows the name of this admiral that nobody has known before this week. Because they are getting ready to throw this guy under the bus. It wasn't Pete. It was this admiral guy.
Yep. Every single time. And you know what's funny? So I was covering Asmongold talking about this, and his argument was war crimes aren't a thing. War crimes are not real. They're not actually a thing. Nobody gets fucking punished for them. So I just pulled up the list of people who have been punished for war crimes. And one of his points was do you think anybody from Russia or the United States is ever going to get hit with war crimes? So I just went and found the people from the United States who have been accused of war crimes and have gotten in trouble for them. I'm sorry,
yeah,
but
so even if you ignore the international law thing, because let's face it, the United States does, every United States president going back for a while could legitimately be described as a war criminal.
Yeah. My argument,
every single one.
My argument is not that there are people who get away with war crimes. My argument is the statement "nothing will happen" is a stupid fucking statement.
Yeah, so it's nothing new for an American regime to be committing war crimes. What is new is that this is not just war crimes. This is they are bragging about breaking their own rules of engagement. It's even if we ignore the International Criminal Court stuff, which sure, United States is going to ignore that. There are going to be no consequences for that. It's still against your own goddamn rules of engagement, which Hegseth went on record in that stupid speech that he gave to all the top brass of the military. We don't like the rules of engagement.
I like doing war crimes. I think being a war criminal is based and great.
Actually, so was kind of funny. I don't know if you listen to the podcast Citation Needed.
No, I don't listen to podcasts.
Okay, well, I listened to Citation Needed, and their latest episode was on a guy, actually Ghislaine Maxwell's father, who apparently he bought out the publishing company behind a lot of scientific journals, and he was like the guy who started the pay-to-play journal thing, where like you can't read our articles without a subscription. So we have Ghislaine Maxwell's father to thank for that. But it was the part that kind of struck me was that like they were describing how like he during World War II he was kind of a war criminal. He kept on like killing prisoners and things and stuff like that. And the whole time they were describing that, I was just sitting here like, so he was Canadian then? Because that sounds a lot like what we did.
Remember, it's not a war crime the first time, and Canada knows this best.
Uh-huh. Yep. No. A lot of things are war crimes now because of us. Oh, don't fuck with Canadians.
Canadians are spooky.
Yeah, we can be. Yeah, you think what the president did to the White House is bad? Remember what we did to the White House?
You're innovators in horrors.
I mean, I guess technically it was the British that burned down the White House, but the regiment that did it still exists, and my mother was a part of it for a while.
So your mother's a war criminal.
What did you do to the White House? We burned that motherfucker to the ground.
War of 1812.
Yeah.
That was Canada.
Yep. Technically, Canada didn't become its own country until like 1867, so, you know, whatever. But yeah, Canadians.
Yeah, they were proto-Canadians.
Yes.
Your mom burned down the White House?
Sure, let's go with that one. I didn't think she was that old, but like I said, that regiment still exists. She was a member of it for a little while. So yeah, anyway, we were talking about Trump's lawyers and how he can't hire them anymore because too many of them have too many scruples to deal with him.
Too scrupulous.
Yeah. There's also, apparently there's a lot of lawyers that haven't been able to get through the confirmation process because the GOP aren't 100% spineless. They're only like 99.9% spineless.
That's a statement. Canada? You mean the northern province of the United States?
Oh, don't start that shit. We will burn you down again. The 51st state. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. So, unrelated to this, but as long as we're talking about Canada being the 51st state or whatever, did you hear that there was like a recent G20 meeting where basically all of the G20, except for Trump, who was boycotting it, got together and were like, hey, so we can do this world thing without the United States, right? So, yeah, we're renegotiating trade deals and alliances and stuff to basically assume that the United States is not a trustworthy actor.
I mean,
and
it's not.
You know, it's not great for anyone. Like we would rather just everybody be friends. But if y'all aren't going to play nice, we're just going to take our ball and go home. No, you guys have taken your ball and going home.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Blitzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitt, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.